Are you ready to take your first music lesson? Today we're going to talk about 4 things to consider so you'll be ready to get started. I'm Matt.
And I'm Allie. Let's jump in. So you figured out what instrument you want to play. Wonderful! Now you need an instrument. There are 3 ways you can get one. You can borrow, you can buy, or you can rent. Borrowing an instrument is certainly the cheapest option, and it will save you a ton of money. Just make sure that instrument's in good working order before you commit to anything. Take it to your school band director or your local repair shop, and they'll be able to give you an idea of how much it'll cost to fix it, or whether it's even an instrument worth playing. Your next step is to take a trip to your local music store, because if you're going to buy an instrument, that's where it needs to happen. Your local shop has professionals who know what they're talking about. They'll be able to steer you in the right direction for both what you want to accomplish on your instrument and what your budget can afford. If you can't get to your local music store, here at White Meadow Music, we have 3 rules. Make sure you see your instrument in person. Make sure you're buying a reputable brand. And whatever you do not buy an instrument at a big box store. They don't sell instruments, they sell toys. Following these 3 rules will ensure that you not only get a working instrument, but that your musical journey starts off on the right foot. Your last option for getting an instrument is renting an instrument. That local music shop you were thinking about buying an instrument in probably also rents instruments. The great thing about renting is that you can get a good instrument at one flat price for a short period of time, usually 5 months or 10 months at a time. By the end of that time period, you'll know whether this instrument is for you, and you can make a choice to either continue renting, or you can put that money towards purchasing an instrument of your very own. Even better, when renting an instrument, most rental companies will cover normal wear and tear on your instrument while you've got it. So just be sure not to run it over with a car or throw it down a flight of stairs, and you shouldn't have to worry about anything. So there you have it, 3 ways to get an instrument: borrow, buy, or rent. Happy shopping!
So now that you have your instrument, it's time to go ahead and select your practice space. Your practice space is so important because hopefully you're going to be spending a lot of time there. So the first thing you want to consider when you're setting up your practice space is making sure that it's free of distractions. So if you have this, or even this, you're going to want to make sure you find a safe place for all of those things to make sure that you have time to focus on this. Taking away distraction from your practice time is going to make sure that you can focus on the goals that you're setting for yourself and keep making sure that you move forward. That's going to turn you into a great musician in no time. The next thing you need is a good chair. And again, choice is really important here. So you want to make sure that you're not using this, or even this, but instead you want to find a good chair like this. Something that has a firm bottom that you can sit up with great posture to make sure that you're blowing into your instrument or holding your instrument in the best way possible. The next step in getting your practice space ready is getting a music stand. Holding up your music is so important when you're playing because it allows you to keep your body in the right position while you're doing all the things that you're going to do to make great music. This stand here is really affordable. It's about a $12 stand and you can buy it at almost any music store or on Amazon, basically anywhere on the internet. We'll put a link in the description to some of our favorite cheap music stands for you to buy. There are fancier versions that'll hold up like heavier books, but a stand like this is just fine to get you started.
So now you have an instrument, but you need some other stuff to make it work. The instrument you've chosen will determine what else you need. Click on the link in the description to find a complete list of all the accessories.
You're just about ready to start practicing your instrument, but there's just one more thing that I want you to consider. Remember that playing an instrument is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy the process of learning new things and being able to express yourself and create lots of really great music. If you're struggling with this though, and you're getting frustrated, feel free to drop us a line in the comments and ask any questions you might have, or feel free to look us up at whitemeadowmusic.com where we can help pair you with a teacher who can help get you out of that slump. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.